Your turn, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is Olympio coming at you with a discussion about a new rule that has come into place that we are now all bound by, and that is going first or going second. If you go first, you only draw the 5 cards. We've entered into the format, and I'm sure everyone's been doing testing, as kind of DevPro has had the ruling already up for a while. So you've all been getting used to drawing only 5 cards on your first turn. And my question is, which do you now prefer? It was kind of a no-brainer for 9 out of 10 people to go first if you won the dice roll, because it meant that you could set up, it meant that you could get your resources down, your combos going, and then to your opponent, because then you could counter what they were trying to do in their turn. But now it seems balanced, and I think it is more balanced, no matter what you actually might kind of think about it. The person going second still has to get past all your cards if they actually want to make plays, if you've set anything or, you know, set up or done whatever. But they only have to get around 5 of them if you play all 5, for example, which is still a lot of cards. But I think it is a nice mechanic that is in place. But we already know what I think of it. I want to know what you guys think about whether you would prefer to go first or second now that the rule is in place. Obviously it's deck depending, because if you are playing a control deck, you might want to try and go first because you might not have the bigger monsters out. You might want to just get them down, get your back row set and set up to try and stop your opponent. If you're more of an OTK, then maybe you will relish in going second, that your fact that your opponent has less resources to try and stop you. I still like going first. It does depend on the deck that I am playing. For example, Herald of Perfection, I will go first. I know that that 1 card less is a big disadvantage, but I still need to get Herald out and control the duel. There are other decks like Heretics and can go second. Hunders, I don't really care if I go first or second, because it completely depends on maybe the deck that I'm playing. Hunders can happily go first or second because they can generate advantage up the arse. They can go all out straight away if needs be, and they have the back row that you might need. X-Sabers, I quite like going second in X-Sabers because it means that I can do some big pushes, because it's kind of an OTK variant, and there's also a control aspect of it as well, but it's more focused towards the OTK. It's obviously all dependent on the decks that we actually play, because before you normally went first, let's face it, we normally went first unless you were playing, I don't know, Heretics, and even then you would still want to set maybe the Royal Decree or the Trap Stun that you had to try and go off safely next turn. But now it's more of a strategy, and one that I quite like, because it means that you have to really think about it now. Before it was, as I said, a no-brainer to go first. Now it is more important. You have to think a lot more about what deck you are playing against and what deck you are playing. Games 2 and Games 3, if you lose, you can still decide who goes what, but it means that you have that advantage then. You can approach the duel in the way that you want to. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you go first now, or do you go second? And if you play a couple of decks, like, which would you rather do? Go first, second with those various decks? Or just in general, do you prefer still going first? So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.